Hello students. Today we are going to start a new topic that is networks. You may have heard this word many a time, but today we are going to understand the technical meaning of network. So what do you mean by network? There are different networks we come across. Okay, we come across many networks in our day-to-day life also. For example, let us consider a network of roads, railway lines, canals. Why we say that there is a network of roads? Because roads are nothing but a connectivity between different areas. It is connecting different areas. Okay, railway lines, what they are doing? They are connecting different cities, state, countries. Okay, so network of banks. So we have bank all around our city or the state, but they're interconnected. ATMs, they are also interconnected. So we have network of radios, televisions. So why we call them as network? Because network basically is nothing but the connections. Okay, the connectivity between the different systems. It may be a road, it may be canals, it may be railway lines or planes, anything, but connectivity between different sources is called as network. Keeping this in mind, we will study what is computer network. So computer network is a system in which multiple computers are connected. So when we say there is a network of roads, when roads are connecting different cities and states or different areas, okay, then what would be the definition of computer network? Naturally, computer network is a system in which multiple computers are connected together. Now what logically we have to think of? We have to think that why there is need to connect network, why there is need to connect different computers. Okay, we connect different kind of computer in network because we can share information because of this network. Information is the first important thing which we can share. Sitting at one place, I can share my information to everyone just because of network. Okay, so that is the important thing, that we can share the information. And second important thing is resources. We can share resources. For example, I will tell you, in our lab there are many computer systems, maybe 30-35 computer systems. Okay, suppose I want to have a print from particular computer, I have to take my printer there and attach that printer to that system and then take a printout. Or I should have one printer per computer. Both of them is not going to work because it is costly as well as time consuming. So what would be the solution for this? My solution for this will be to share the resources in a computer network. Okay, so computer network allows me to share the resources as well. So this is a best definition of computer network which you have to understand and learn very properly. Computer network is a system in which multiple computers are connected to each other. Why they are connected to each other? To share information and resources. Okay, clear your concepts and learn out the definition of computer network. It is very important. Okay, so you can see this image in front of you. So what you can see, that different computers are connected together. No matter how they are connected, they can be connected via anything, maybe connecting devices, maybe any other source, but they are connected. Okay, and you can share the resources and information through it. Here also you can see that example what I have gave you, that there are four computers connected to one server, and printer is there. Printer is connected only to one computer. So if it is in network and you have your data on any of the computer, you can share it as well as you can share it, and you can have printout from any computer. Okay, so that's the specialty of network. Now, when we say network, there are different components or parts of network. There are different components and parts of network. Okay, so these are the parts of, you can say components also. The first one, each computer in network. Okay, now you are very familiar with the definition of network, that there are different computers connected to each other. So all the computer, each one of the computer which is a part of network is called as node. It's just a different name for that computer, node. Okay, now when we say that we share the information between through network, we share the information through network, There might be one computer who is sending the message, and there might be a different computer who is receiving that message. Okay, so the sending and receiving process involves the important thing that is called as message. So what is message? Message is any kind of information to be communicated. Okay, whatever information we are communicating with someone is called as message. That message could be in form of text, it could be in form of pics, audio, video, any kind of message. Okay, so first we have node, that is each computer in network, and second is the information which we need to communicate. Third important part of computer network is sender. Sender is a node, means the computer which is sending this message or sending the information. And that node, it need not to be only a laptop or only a mobile. It could be anything. It could be a computer, mobile phone, tabs, anything. Similarly, receiver means the node which is receiving the information or which is receiving this message. It can be also a computer, mobile phone, tablets, anything. Okay, so concluding line is that a node can be sender or a receiver. Okay, next important part of network is transmission medium. When we say that there are different nodes, that nodes has to be connected to each other. That nodes has to be connected with each other. Okay, so how sender and receivers or other computers are connected? They may connect through wire or through wireless medium. Okay, या तो wired होगा या तो wireless होगा. We are going to study this topic in deep in next coming sessions. Okay, now just remember that the computers are connected through some wired or wireless features which are called as transmission medium. Transmission medium means the way this message is passed between sender and receiver. There has to be some physical path through which message is traveling from sender to receiver. So that could be twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, fiber optic cable, radio waves, or any other kind of waves. Okay, so transmission medium means the path through which the message travels between sender and receiver. And last but not the least, very important, that is protocols. There are always some protocols behind network. Protocol means set of rule used for communication. Okay, so there are some fixed rule which we have to follow during communication. Every kind of network have its own specified protocol. We are going to see this protocol topic also in deep. So don't worry. Now just try to learn out this definition, that set of rules which are used for communication is called as protocol. Okay, so this node, message, sender, receiver, transmission medium, and protocols. These are the important parts or components of computer network. Okay, next topic is advantage of networking. When we say network, there are some advantages that we decided. We were very happy working with one solo single computer. But then idea came and we switched to a network. Why? Because there might be some special advantages of network that we are going to see. Okay, now before starting with advantage, imagine in your brain that there are 10 to 20 computers and they are connected together. Keep this network in your mind and then think of advantages. कि क्या advantages होंगे अगर सारे computers connected है तो? Very first, efficient use of storage device. Okay, efficient use of storage device means what? We can store the data at one place and we can access it from anywhere. Okay, and that we are doing in our school also. If my folder is there in that shared folder, if my data is there in that shared folder, I can access it through from your class computer also. Okay, so I'm storing my data at one place and I can access it from any of the computer which is connected in network. So I can see this, this is my first advantage, efficient use of storage devices. I can make efficient use of storage device. Preserving backups. Okay, I can have backup. So as I'm storing my data on some different computers too, suppose in case that my computer's hard disk crashed or my computer is not working properly, if there is any kind of virus attack and my all data is lost, then also I have a proper backup on different computer. Okay, so that is one of the important advantage of networking, that we can take a backup at a central location. Okay, next is reduction in hardware cost. Now here I'm talking only about hardware, I'm not talking about the setup of network. Okay, reduction in hardware cost, in sense, for example, I have a printer. So one printer I can use between many computers. So I don't have to buy different printers for different computers. So naturally it is reducing my hardware cost. Okay. So again, I'm talking about hardware cost, not the setup cost. Okay. So reduction in hardware cost. For example, printer, the devices like printer is in shared mode. Next is efficiency. Okay, efficiency. So we can have one point deletion or modification to our data. Okay, so I can modify or delete or change my data from any one point in the network. It doesn't mean that I have worked from one computer, so I have to go again to the same computer to work. Even my data is there in different computer from different location, I can work on it. Okay, next is redundancy. This is very important when we talk about the network, that there is no kind of repetition of work. Okay, no kind of repetition of work, there is no duplication. Redundancy means duplication. There is no kind of duplication, and there are no hard copies which we require. Okay, suppose I want to share something to my authorities, I can directly mail them, so no need to have a print every time or to send the hard copies. And there will be no repetition of the work done. One copy I can transfer to other, he can transfer to other, so same a copy can be rotated to everyone. Okay, so no need to have multiple copies or repetition of work, or in need of any hard copies. Okay, so I can use same file and I can transfer it many times. Next is instant delivery of documents. Instant delivery. Okay, as soon as I'm sending document or sharing document to someone, he or she received it at that moment. They don't have to wait for a long time. Okay, so it's an instant delivery. As soon as we are sharing the information, the receiver is going to get it immediately without wasting his or her time. Okay, so we are efficiently using the storage devices, we are efficiently using the data, we are preserving backup at the central location. Then there is a reduction in hardware, as we are using many of the devices in sharing. Then efficient use can be done. If I'm storing a data on one computer, I can access it from other also. Okay, then there is redundancy, there is no kind of redundancy or duplication in my work, and my time is not wasted as I'm getting instant delivery of any kind of document. So all these are advantages of networking. I hope they are clear. Next, whenever we have advantages and whenever we come up with some new technology, there are some drawbacks or disadvantages of network. So yes, we have to deal with it. First disadvantage is it lacks the independence. It lacks independence means what? Now I'm not individually working with my data. My data is in shareable mode. I cannot keep something for me. Okay, it is publicly available for all. So there is a lack of independence. We have to accept it when we are working on network. It poses security difficulties. Yes, in spite of lots of care taken by us, there might be a security difficulties because our data is open for all, it is available, and many of them have access to that data. Okay, so yes, there is some small security difficulties which may arise. Third one, it allows for more presence of computer virus and malware. Okay, so there is a virus or malwares in one computer. It is very easy to spread it in network, through network, in different computers. Okay, so yes, we cannot deny this kind of disadvantages. If there is virus in one computer, it may spread fast in other networks also when we share files or something. And here we have taken one more disadvantage, that setup is expensive. Okay, when we have too many of computers and we want to connect it through networks, yes, we require a transmission medium, we require protocols, we require connecting devices for it. Okay, and so the complete setup may get expensive. So it is one time cost which we are paying for that. It is expensive, and then we can use it. So wherever we have advantage, we also have some disadvantage through to which we can deal with. Okay, so you have to remember all these things. So I hope whatever I have taught is clear. So we'll move to the next topic, that is types of network. There are different types of networks and you can see the names. I will just read it for you. PAN, LAN, CAN, MAN, WAN. These are the networks. Now let's see one by one. This is PAN, P-A-N. It stands for Personal Area Network. Now, personal area, my personal area. Naturally, it is a kind of network which is limited space, which occurs at limited space. So see the definition. It covers a small area up to 10 meters. Okay, 10 meters. So near about 10 meters. So you can imagine your area around you till 10 meters. So what things can you connect in 10-meter area? I can connect my laptop with my phone. Okay, maybe a printer with a computer. So such kind of connections is called as personal area network. So it is a small interconnectivity between the between mobile, maybe printer, computer, mouse, digicam. Okay, connection between these within 10 meter of area is called as personal area network. So it is the smallest area and it could be wired or wireless. No worry. Okay, so that is personal area network, the smallest one. Now let's increase the size from 10 meter to some big extent. So imagine that there is a connection of network. You can see on screen what I'm showing you. There is connection of computers within 1 kilometer, or maybe within one office room, one lab, or one complete building. Okay, so I have extended my area from PAN, but still it is in limited area, 8 kilometer, otherwise just one lab, I can say, which is our school. So it comes under local area network. Okay, so LAN means it connects the computer and peripheral devices to a server within a small area such as office, building, or a room. Okay, so the computer lab which we are having in our school is a LAN connection. It has a LAN connection, local area network. So it is bigger than PAN and it is the smallest connections. Many it is used in many different companies, industries, office, schools. Okay, uh, next we have CAN, that is CAN, cluster area network. Okay, cluster area network. Now what's the definition? Series of LAN connected together. In this CAN, we have series of LANs which are connected together. For example, college campus. Now I can give you a beautiful example for this. Suppose in our school, uh, on third floor, we have one lab for kids. Okay, one lab for kids from 1 to 5th. The students from 1 to 5th, they are having separate lab on third floor. Okay, and it is well equipped and it has a LAN connection. Suppose we are having one more lab which has a LAN connection on fourth floor, and that is for 6 to 12. Okay, so we have two labs on different floor and both of them have their own LAN connectivity. Now suppose if I'm connecting these two LANs, what I'm connecting? I'm connecting clusters of LAN. I'm connecting different clusters of LAN. So it is called as cluster area network. So you can see in diagram also that this orange line, if it is visible to you, above that I have one LAN connection, below that I have second LAN connection, and I have connected this both LAN connections. So what I'm connecting? I'm connecting clusters of LAN. So it is called as cluster area network. So college campus can be a good example. In one college, I can have different labs, maybe 2, 3 labs, each of them having LAN connections, and then I'm connecting these labs to each other. Okay, so cluster area network. Next come metropolitan area network. Now metropolitan, again I'm increasing my distance, I'm increasing my area from 1 kilometer where we have discussed about LAN. I am increasing my area up to 100 kilometer. So a location of 100 to 200 kilometer, it is covering the whole city. Okay, it is covering the whole city. So that is called as metropolitan area network. So you can imagine that if there is an office headquarter at in Nasik, and it is connected with its different branch offices, that one branch is at Sinnar, one branch is at Nasik Road, one branch is in Panchavati, and all these branches are connected together such to the head office, which is located in middle of Nasik. Okay, so all these connections is called as metropolitan area network. So here we have different branches of companies connected together, and our area is extended up to 100 km, covering complete city. Okay, so it may vary from 100 to 200 km. Of course of course it is bigger than a land, because in land we have a short area. Okay, so we have covered pan, which was the smallest one, then we have LAN, then we connected the land together and we made a CAN, and here now we have studied metropolitan area network, that is MAN. So I hope this much is clear. Let's move further. Next one is wide area network, that is WAN. Now you can see this diagram, that this is a map of world and we can see the connections here. So naturally we can say that a far located distance places are connected through networks, maybe different countries, or even if the same country is there, the distance is too large. Okay, and we are connecting LANs here. We are not talking about computers now, because the distance is too much here. So kind of network which connects two or more lands located at far distant places. ATM could be best example for that. Okay, that it is widely spread everywhere. So it is in India as well. You may find it across India's, across the boundaries. Okay, of different countries. So you can see that, see the map and you can identify what is wide area network. Okay, so it is widely spread. That's why we have given that name. So here also you can see the mechanisms, that different lands are there and they are situated very far at the distance level from each other, and we have connected that. Okay, so after WAN, we started from PAN, then LAN, CAN, MAN, WAN. Then what would be the last of that? We have connected different countries also. So after that, we have internetwork. Internetwork means the internet. Okay, internetwork means internet, and it is a connection of different networks by using connecting devices. So using different connecting devices, we are forming an internet which is used world across. It is covering whole universe, whole world, and we are using this internet in our day to day life. Okay, so internet network is nothing but the internet connection to which we are very familiar. Okay, so I hope, okay, you can see this diagram also, that how each and every one could get connect through to the network. Whole world is getting connected through internet. Okay, and for which we require different devices that we are going to see in next session. I hope today's lecture was very clear to you. So the important part which you have learned is type of network. I want everyone to go through PDF once, listen to this video properly, uh, search on Google many more things about this network. Okay, so I'm ending my lecture here. If you have any doubts, kindly message me or ask me personally. Okay, it's very interesting lesson if you try to read it. Okay, so read from PDF, try to make your concept clear. Okay, so I will end my lecture here. I hope it all the concepts regarding network is clear to you. Have a great day. Goodbye.